A squirrel on a gold chain.
Oh, that's wild.
What is happening, you ask? Rich people. That's what. I don't know if you heard, but rich people like to flex. And old portraits prove that they've been doing it for centuries. I mean, do you honestly think this painting of King Charles I just happened? No. Portraits were like their curated feed. Everything was staged, especially the animals. A lion beside a king? Yeah, that makes sense. Power posing next to power. But unicorns?
They're not even real?
It doesn't matter. What matters is what they symbolize: purity and virginity. The perfect prop next to the Pope's mistress.
Meow.
Every animal in these portraits has a job. Because if you're rich enough to commission a portrait, you're rich enough to make the animals work too. Squirrels seem like a real stretch as flex animals, but they had a long history with the wealthy. It all started with their belly fur. Sounds like an odd choice, but this was high-end stuff. Take Mrs. Arnolfini, for example. Guess how many red squirrels it took to line her robe? More than 2,000. But who's counting? But wearing squirrel fur and posing with a live squirrel are two very different statements. Think about it. A peasant back in the days probably saw squirrels all the time out in the forest. But you know what they did not do? Put a gold chain around it and pose with it for a commissioned oil painting. We're not talking about access to squirrels, because everyone had access to squirrels. This was about having the resources, and more importantly, the time to tame that wild squirrel. And you know who had time? Rich people. They were professional people of leisure. And if they didn't want to do it, there were always the servants. That's the flex. And when squirrels just weren't exclusive enough. But the real fancy rodent pet in the olden times was, ta-da! The guinea pig. Is that random? No, it's very much intentional. You must remember that the guinea pigs are native to South America. So casually posing with an animal from the New World? That's not, "Aw, cute pet." That's,
Hooray for colonial expansion.
Yay!
the same goes for goldfish. They were imports from China. And girl, if that fish get any bigger, it's gonna need a harbor, not a bowl.
Huh?
But not every animal was there to prove how far your ships could sail. Sometimes they were just hanging out in a perfectly curated field. A field the wealthy had zero intention of ever stepping into. It was like magic. Add a lamb next to a young woman, and she glows with innocence. Give the young master a goat, and he will tame the wild. Welcome to the rustic and virtuous farm life, minus the mud, all enjoyed from the comfort of your parlor. Monkeys had long been luxury curiosities. Small, trainable, but not unlike ill-behaving children. So put one next to a powdered aristocrat, and the contrast does the work. Throw on a ribbon, or better yet a chain, and the hierarchy is clear. Once tamed, the monkey reaches for the cross instead of the coin. All thanks to the human. The wealthy also loved exotic birds. No surprises there. But what is this? I thought it was some fantasy creature, but it's actually an eagle. And since we're on the topic of questionable zoology, what is the sea creature next to Marie Antoinette? No idea? Good, because here's another one. They look nothing like it, but they're dolphins. I promise. Accuracy wasn't the point here. Most people, even the artists, had never seen a dolphin in real life. The French heir was called a dauphin, literally dolphin, so this means Marie Antoinette gave birth to the crown prince. And this is Louis XV, now the king. So you see, every animal had a role. Nothing was random. Or was it? Because then, there's this. Now tell me, what exactly is that supposed to be doing?